Am I live here? Oh, okay. Mhm, mhm. Upside down. Mhm, mhm. Right. Click the upload icon. Mhm. Yeah. Let's go live. Mhm. Let me just do this. Yeah. Mhm, mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm, mhm, mhm. This is just really pissing me off. God, now I got two things going live. This is too funny. Uh, Yeah, doing this. You have me on your phone? Huh. Yeah, I can hear it. It's like edit. Let's try this. Okay. Alright, cancel. What? It's not. Okay. Let me try that one. That's all right. But let me try. Copy this. Right now, let's try this. Mhm, mhm. COVID. Okay. Mhm. It should be going to. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Ah, mhm. Okay. Mhm, mhm. Okay. Why is this not sorry. Mhm, mhm. Oh, not cancel. Copy. Why is this just not doing it? Okay. Alright, you can hear me, right? Yes. Okay. Let's see something like this. Right. Let me try anyone. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna close out of all this. Um, right, good. Yeah.
I like that kind of YouTube. Like
Are we here? Oh, you know what? I need this. No. Like, okay. Are we here?
you're back.
I'm back. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. All right. Can you hear me? Yay! All right. I just decided to go live on YouTube and say the hell with Streamyard for now. Apologies to everybody. I don't know what's going on with Streamyard, but whatever, we'll figure it out, right? All right, for all of my December birthdays, including my own. Yeah, come on. We had champagne. Boom. Cheers to. And cheers to all my December birthdays. Mine is today. Jen Altman's is tomorrow, and Aiden's was yesterday. Oh, that's pretty good. Now, I don't know if I can get people to join in this. I don't know. All right. All right. So, like I said, this is really a bitch. Pardon all the walls back there, the empty walls that need to be painted. And I'll tell you why. All right. All right. So we got our December birthdays. A quick year in review. We have had a lot going on, a lot that went on in 2024. 2024 started with Aiden being in jail. We also had the FBI, DOJ do a big chewy drop for Karen's case. And happy birthday to you too, Miss Jessica. Oh, you're a Sagittarius though, not a Capricorn. Sorry. December Capricorns are the best. We had a lot going. For me personally, I had a great deal go on medically. I had a hypertensive crisis. I also ended up with a partially dissected carotid artery, which is healed, thankfully. And I had a cousin very close to me die in August, and my nephew died on Halloween. So it was kind of a rough year. But let me talk about some of the highlights of the year, and that's the reason why this wall is blank. All right. First of all, I'm going to show you Seize the Gray. Seize the Gray is one of the horses that I own shares in, and he won the Pat Day Mile, the Preakness, and the Pennsylvania Derby. So, just to, hey, there's Seize the Gray winning the Pat Day Mile. And here's the Preakness, where I will tell you I was literally batshit crazy happy. And this is him winning the Pennsylvania Derby. I was there to see him. I was probably about 25, 30 feet away when he won. And I was screaming my bloody head off. And so about the other 800 owners there. There's 2,700 owners of Seize the Gray. Okay. He's now been retired to stud. And every year I'm going to get a check for all the babies he makes. Oh, Jen, you want the hat collection? Hold on. But no, there's one more I got to talk about. There was a horse named Straight No Chaser that I own a couple of shares in. And he was supposed to go to the Brutus Cup Sprint in 2023. Unfortunately, he had an injury. All right. I'm going to drag the hat collection out in a minute. But he was rested for about a year and came back. Now, this was him winning in 2023. Maryland, he set stakes record. Okay. And so then he came back, and this is him winning the Santa Anita Derby, which was pretty nice. And this is when I started crying. On November 2nd, he won the Breeders' Cup Sprint. This is a huge race. Nice purse. Now, this is what I'm going to be doing. Straight No Chaser is going to ship to Saudi Arabia and Dubai. Well, he's gonna, depending on how well he does in Dubai and Saudi. He is going to be running in the Saudi Sprint. That's also a $2 million purse, and 50% of my winnings, should he win, are going to the Karen Reed Fund. So that's not too bad. So this is just an unusual thing to do. That gonna be pretty cool. My guesstimate would be that probably be about 300 a share, plus anything I make betting on him. The net will be split between Karen and Aiden. That is what I want to do. I think that's a little bit of a different way of doing things and donations, but it's something that's really awesome. Yeah, 2 million. He also won 2 million in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, but we were pretty far. We were pretty much in the hole with the reserve, and with horses, you have to have a reserve. We keep about roughly a year and a half in expenses, training, feeds, anticipated veterinarian expenses. It's really kind of cool. And I'm wondering if I can. I bet you I can. I can. Hold on just a second. I want to do that. I started getting into horses when I was about 4 years old. My great uncle took me to the track, and I'm going to show you, this has become a passion. These are all the horses I own shares in. So it's quite a few. These are past horses. Poppy's a mommy, or going to be a mommy. Miss Sakamoto is going to be a mommy. I'm like really kind of thrilled about all that. No. Okay. Oh. Yes, Miss Jessica. Do what she says. She speaks for me. She acts on my behalf, and it is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. It's not easy to do things like this to mod, because I know I mod for quite a number of people. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm modding for 2 right now. But let's see. I actually want to. Is this the one that I want? Yeah. I want to show you some of the reason why I get so excited. Where are you? Thank you. Okay, sure. Let's go. I'm hoping.
And they're off in the Preakness. And a great start. Imagination goes to the lead, but sees the gray, wants a piece of the action early.
Can everyone hear that?
Came away in good order, will settle one off the inside and just steal. Here's Catching Freedom, racing on the inside. Tuscan Gold, third to last. Uncle Heavy and Mubatu trails the field as sees the gray down to the rail, leads the way into the first turn here at Pimlico. With Imagination a bit out toward the center of the track on the chase, will now settle back and ready a bit in second spot. Mystic Dan is riding that rail under Brian Hernandez early, and on the outside is Just Steel right alongside. Catching Freedom, 6 lengths on the early pace. Tuscan Gold ridden along as they round that turn and head for the 6 furlong mark. Uncle Heavy second to last, and Muga to the opening quarter, 23-4 on this muddy track. As Sees the Gray goes forward up front, showing the way.
I'm tearing up
already. 5 furlongs out from the line, leads a length and 3/4 from Imagination in second. Just Steel, Mystic Dan still at the rail, racing in fourth in good striking range. And next is Catching Freedom, who's got 6 to make up, heading over the far turn. Tuscan Gold asks for more. Uncle Heavy and Muga 2, but it Sees the Gray in front, still in front by 3. Mystic Dan rolling up on the inside now. On the outside is Just Steel coming too, and in between horses Imagination and Catching Freedom also looms large at the top of the stretch.
And here comes my baby.
And leading the way is Sees the Gray. Sees the Gray trying to lead them all the way. Sees the Gray, and here's Mystic Dan tipping to the outside. Mystic Dan's coming with a run at the 3/16, but still in front of Sees the Gray. Sees the Gray and Jaime Torres in front. Mystic Dan.
Oh yeah, this is a wet track.
Catching Freedom on the outside with a late bid. It Sees the Gray in front by 2, shifting out a little bit under left-handed pressure as they're close to home in the Preakness. Sees the Gray. Oh, Jaime Torres sees the day to win the 149th running of the Preakness with Mystic Dan or Catching Freedom. And then it was Tuscan Gold, Just Steel.
So, I mean, you can see me already tearing up. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. Hold on. Well, I'll be there in a second. All right, let's stop it. Okay, where are you? All right, and I want to show y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna get this. Hold on.
And it is straight, no chaser.
Okay.
They're off in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. And it is straight, no chaser, straight to the front. Ben Tornado and Federal Judge have speed to his inside, and then Mulligan and Skelly. They're followed on the rail by Raging Torrent as the field speeds up the backstretch here.
I'll address you in a minute, JJ.
Right in behind them, Nakatomi, Don Frankie, Metamax, and Remake is the trailer as Federal Judge takes the lead as the field races for the far turn.
Yeah, this is Larry Coleman.
21.74 was the opening quarter mile. Ben Tornado is second, straight no chaser, third outside of them with 3 furlongs to go. then Skelly, Gun Pilot, and down on their inside is
Oh, the
Raging
announcers are
Torrent.
great.
Break of another 2 lengths more to Mulligan, who's got 5 lengths to make up with a quarter of a mile to do it. Then Don Frankie on the inside. Federal Judge turning for home with a narrow lead over Ben Tornado. The two of them locked in battle.
Watch my baby go.
Joins the fray on the outside with 1 furlong to run. Ben Tornado and Straight No Chaser. These two coming down to the line together. Straight No Chaser and Ben Tornado. Straight No Chaser in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. Ben Tornado was second.
Straight No Chaser won the Brutus Cup Sprint on November 2nd, 2 days after my nephew died. So that was like a real huge thing for me. Just wish she had been there. Actually, Gigi, I do own shares in horses, and these are the ones that my racehorse. I also have other interests in horses that I do not talk about. This is public information, so I have no problem sharing it. As far as what I do that's non-public information, I will not discuss it. I'm quite sure everyone understands that. No, actually, Gigi, I'm not in Massachusetts. I think Gigi just wants to be a bitch. Bad day, nasty period. Hasn't gotten laid in a year. I don't know. All right. So, all right, let's start covering a little bit more of what happened with Karen. We all know Karen Reed. There's a hearing on January 7th. It's a continuation of qualifying Dr. Russell as an expert witness with respect to dog bites and what have you. Dr. Russell literally wrote books, well, not books, but journal articles on dog bites. If anyone knows anything about the medical industry, a peer-reviewed journal article means a lot more than this stupid book that Hanky decided to try and, excuse me. You guys are a pain in the ass. That Hanky tried presenting. That book really was nothing. And someone did actually download the book and review it. And it was basically, it supports all of what Dr. Russell had to say. So that's the really amusing part about all of it. Auntie Bev has not yet ruled on how long the trial is going to be delayed. And we have not yet heard from the SJC with respect to dismissal of charges 1 and 3. Charge 1 is the murder 2. And charge 3 is leaving the scene of an accident, death resulting. So that's that. All right. The backstory of how I got involved in horses. I was 4 years old. My great uncle took me to Narragansett Racetrack, and that was it. I was hooked. My great uncle died in 1988. He died of pancreatic cancer. They didn't have a lot of treatments for it in 1988. So that's that. Oh, and by the way, both my cousin and my nephew died of cancer. My nephew had a glioblastoma, which was really good. So we are in good shape. So tentatively, I understand that they've requested an April 1st start date for the trial. I think April 1st is a great day to start it, because why not April Fool's Day? All right. So we got Aiden's case next. All right, hold on. I will go get my hats. And there's a ton of them. And I don't know if they're all in this room or if I've got to go in the other room. Gosh. Oh, good Lord. If I throw my back out, someone's coming to make sure I have a nice massage. That's all I'm going to say. All right, folks. This is one tote of hats. They're actually called fascinators. And let's see. No, the pink one isn't in here. Hold on. I gotta go to the other room. And here is the other tote. I have a lot of fascinators, folks. Let's see. Is this the one you want, Miss John? Oh. I probably have about 30 fascinators. Yeah, I'm just not going to mess with trying to hook it in, but basically, it's kind of purchase like that. There's a, and they make a mess with your hair when you're taking them out. It's this one. There's one I don't think most of you have seen. And this one's actually one of my favorites. Just a touch of Jackie out here. I have a dress that matches it. I also have ballet slippers that match it. So, oh yeah, I've got. They all have their own bags, so they stay very, very safe. But we can do one, you know what, we can do one just on horse racing and hats, and y'all can have a blast. I can do a fashion show, but I'm going to tell you, it absolutely destroys my hair. Did you want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. Oh, come here, peanut butter. Oh, all right. Come on. You can come up first. We had some people that want to say hi. This is Murphy. He needs a haircut. But he's a good boy. And he talks a lot. All right. Come here, peanut butter. And this is Merlin. As you can tell, they don't stop talking. Oh, shut up. I've got the door open so they can play. And Merlin has dropped his precious. They must have like 75 different toys. And there's one that's the precious. All right, boys, you can leave. Thank you. Got that. Get Merlin out. Go. Go. Love you. They are good boys. What do we have here? Yep, Courtney, these hats are for the races. I probably have, well, these are fascinators. I do have full hats, but I really don't wear them because they're very heavy on my head. And it is, they're just not as comfortable. Benji, there is no Mr. Seuss. Yeah. Yeah, we'll set up a live stream, and I'm going to get that damn Streamyard working properly so we can like do the whole thing, and people can call in and what have you, because I really feel bad that we didn't get everything done we wanted to get done. All right, so let's go back to Aiden. Now that you got your hats, or fascinators. Yeah, I have a roommate, but no, it's not a Mr. Seuss. All right, Aiden's case. As I think a lot of you know, he's got the witness intimidation in Massachusetts, which is, oh my God, you hurt my feels, so we just have to destroy you. That's absolute bullshit. Witness intimidation should be, hey, if you talk if you talk to the prosecutor, that's it. I'm going to break your legs. That's witness intimidation. Saying, oh God, tell the truth, or putting little yellow rubber ducks around. That's not witness intimidation. So, there was a recent court case in the Supreme Judicial Court, which is very friendly to Aiden with respect to the witness intimidation and with respect to everything going on with the fake victim. No, she's basically toast. She presently has a restraining order against her, HPO, harassment protection order, because she threatened someone's life, which just isn't acceptable by anyone at any time. So Aiden's case hopefully will resolve. Bradle and Betterow they are absolutely awesome. And I laugh because Bradle's 6'2", 6'3", and Betterow is maybe 5'4", 5'5". They're awesome. Sandra Birchmore. I gotta look at one thing real fast. For Sandra Birchmore, we have a date of 2/4/2025. And those hearings are not televised. There's nothing in federal court that is televised. I'm going to see if this it won't go. All right. At the top of my YouTube and Facebook accounts, I do have a spreadsheet with all the dates and what's going on with them. Yeah, Benji, I talked to Aiden. As a matter of fact, when they seized his phones, I just kind of laughed because there's a lot of conversation. But whatever. I don't give a shit. He's done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong. Aiden's a good egg. Sandra Birchmore, like I said, Farwell is December 4th. Let's hope that something finally happens. It's been postponed a few times. Enrique, we all know that that's still pending. One of the cases that Nurse Kim has started covering, and I would love to join in with her on this, is Lindsay Clancy. For folks who don't know what happened, Lindsay Clancy had what I believe is postpartum psychosis, or at least a very severe case of postpartum depression. And she killed her 3 children. and then tried jumping out of a window to commit suicide. So it's a very sad case. She is permanently paralyzed. Her husband has been standing beside her the entire time and supporting her. And I have people that I'm close to that personally know her. So, and they're also labor and delivery nurses, high risk labor and delivery nurses. They all know that she's innocent, or not innocent, but they all know that she really had a psychotic break. And there'll be her trial date. Oh, sugar nest, I'm trying to remember. Is December 1st. So that's what will be going on there. I have all the other dates, but I can't find my damn stuff. And last but not least, let's talk about Krusty Panties. Kate Peter. Sorry, Krusty Panties is her name that we all call her. That nickname was given to her by Natasha and her husband back in 2020 or 2021, when they told everyone about what Krusty did in their house. She was on, I'm going to try and remember the name of the drug, Anna abuse or whatever. It's some sort of medication that makes you vomit when you drink alcohol. And she was still drinking. She was best man. Well, I don't exactly call her feminine, so maybe that's not too far off. She was best man at a couple's wedding, and within a few weeks tried breaking them up. There's a live stream on it. You can just go to Aiden's YouTube channel and type in Natasha, and it'll come up. The live stream is absolutely freaking hysterical. You will roll laughing. You really, really will roll laughing. All right. Well, I did promise to tell everyone how old I am today. So, all right. Let's see if we can get a few guesses. Just out of curiosity. How old do you think I turned today? And you're not going to insult me. Ha, ha, ha. All right. You're not getting any favors by telling me stuff. Telling me all this stuff. Gregor so far is the closest. And I think a few people are going to shit when they find out. All right. Today I turned 58 years old. So, nope, 58, not 38. So not too bad. But chalk it up to just taking good care of your skin, taking good care of your body, and that's sad. Yes, 58. Thanks everybody. I said I take good care of myself. But, according to Krusty Panties, I'm just falling down, drunk, alcoholic, whatever, and all this other stuff. Well, as far as I'm concerned, she can kiss my ass, but I don't know if I'd want those diseased lips on my skin. Now, to give everyone a little, I'm kind of all over the place because everything got all fudged up because of the screw up with StreamYard, and I am going to fix that damn son of a bitch come hell or high water. Cancer, as you can tell, cancer has drastically affected my life, and it affects the lives of many. Too many. I started my career in insurance as a medical underwriter. a few days, less than a month after my 20th birthday. I worked my way up to compliance officer and compliance director. So I've done a lot of work in insurance. I was a member of the HIPAA task force, and I've investigated untimely deaths. I've investigated false claims, and I'm very proud of the fact that I've put at least 2 people in the federal pen, and I think about 5 or 6 others in state penitentiary. Insurance fraud is a felony. So you really don't want to screw with that. And you don't want to take Gradient Ellen's money to get her qualified for Medicaid. You know, we had someone that actually took like the great aunt's money, put it into a single premium life policy. They weren't getting the return on investment that they anticipated. As we all, interest rates go up and down. So they sued us in federal court. Not a wise move. So, yeah, he did 10 years as well as his mother. Yeah. So I spent a little bit over 20 years in insurance. I worked for multinational companies. I actually started an insurance company myself, 4 actuaries and a true secretary. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of long hours, and it was before everyone was online. You weren't just dialing into the office or anything like that. We started it in 2002. The company was predominantly municipal gigs and financial products with an insurance wrapper. Within about 6 months, we had $2.2 billion in assets under management. So, yeah, I got a financial mind too. Now, I have degrees in criminal justice, paralegal, and an MBA in finance. So I ain't half done. I ain't half done at all. So I moved back east, and prior to moving back east, I spent about 10 years in Chicago. Miss Jessica and I have chatted about that. I was extremely active in Chicago politics. I was an officer of Abate of Illinois, which is a motorcyclist rights organization. So, yep, also a biker. But since coming back east, I've worked in biotech, pharma, and medical devices. And I have spent approximately 5 years working for a company that does cancer research. So cancer is very, very, it's personal for me, but knowing that, everything I do makes a difference and saves people's lives, or at least makes it a little better, is very important to me. And we do work with DNA and RNA. So yeah, people really want to be a bitch to me telling me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. They can go fuck off. At least I'm not monetized, so who gives a flip? Now, there have been some people that have had cancer, in live streams and groups and what have you. And obviously, cancer comes with a lot of financial burdens. And for anyone who needs help, there is a nonprofit called Family Reach, and it's familyreach.org. They will help with expenses, outside of medical expenses, just things that you need. And they are absolutely phenomenal. They are based in Boston. They do a lot of great work. Now, some of the people I've worked with are also, the pretty high up in Dana-Farber. Do a lot of I work with some absolutely amazingly brilliant people with huge hearts. Going the extra miles and understatement. They'll do anything. They really will. So please know that everyone in the world who's involved in biotech and cancer research, we work our asses off. We don't care what time of the day or night it is if something's important. We take losses personally, but take it personally as far as being hurt, but not take it personally. I think y'all know what I mean. We want a victory. We want to eradicate cancer. We want to do everything in the world to get rid of, or at least if someone does have cancer, to be able to treat it without it becoming fatal. Those things are going to happen, but let's get rid of as much as possible with respect to cancer. Some trends. I don't know if everyone has been following like what's going on in the news and what have you. Daniel Penny case, Alan Bragg was he's going to get him. I believe that Alan Bragg's an asshole. He's an idiot, and he just wants headlines. They persecuted Daniel Penny. The man who shot and killed Brian Thompson, shot and killed him in the back. I prefer not to speak his name. Bragg is like going way over the top with terrorism, and that's really not going to fly, to be honest with you. He's overcharging. The feds are also charging him, so we'll see. There are also charges that are pending in Pennsylvania, mostly with respect to the weapon, from what I understand. So that is pretty much. Oh, someone said they loved hearing different things on YouTube. The horses. Okay, I want to do something. I am going to share the funniest race call that I have ever heard, and I heard it live, which was really, really freaking cool. That this was at Monmouth. This is going to make everyone laugh. Okay.
They're off. Little Miss Macho had a bit of an awkward start. My wife knows everything broke well. Lady Mutada is up and on the pace. Rojo's Tune is out third. The wife doesn't know fourth to the outside. And Eleni's Hope is fifth as they move for the first turn. On the far outside, Little Miss Macho is going up after that tardy start all the way up to battle with the leaders. On the lucky side is next. A ground-saving trip for Morningside Heights. Late for class in Miss Tallahassee, or in the back of the field as Lady Mutada leads the way to the backstretch. And Little Miss Macho is second through a quarter of 24 2/5 seconds. Rojo's Tune third at the rail. And then comes My Wife Knows Everything and The Wife Doesn't Know, followed by Eleni's Hope on the inside, 5 off the lead. 2.5 to Late for Class. To the outside on the lucky side, Morningside Heights along the rail. Miss Tallahassee is last. The half was in 48 3. Past the half-mile pole. Lady Mutada by a length and a half. Little Miss Macho is in second. After that comes My Wife Knows Everything in third.
Sherry, you got to piss your pants in a minute.
Doesn't Know is moving up and is now fourth, and right alongside of My Wife Knows Everything. My Wife Knows Everything and The Wife Doesn't Know are moving together on the far turn, and they're coming after Lady Mutada coming to the quarter pole. Lady Mutada in front. Here come My Wife Knows Everything, and The Wife Doesn't Know on the far outside. Little Miss Macho is fourth. They're into the stretch. Lady Mutada, My Wife Knows Everything. Center of the track, The Wife Doesn't Know. Into the final furlong. My Wife Knows Everything. The Wife Doesn't Know. They're 1-2. Of course they are. My Wife Knows Everything in front. To the outside, The Wife Doesn't Know. My Wife Knows Everything. The Wife Doesn't Know. My Wife Knows Everything. More than The Wife Doesn't Know. Miss Tallahassee was third. And more.
That was one of the funniest to ever hear. I'm gonna like there was a bunch of us. We belonged to an Italian club. And I'm gonna tell you, like, we were sitting there we were holding each other up for horses. But the one thing with horses is the names have to be approved by the jockey club. So there's some you can't get approved, and then there's others you can. But yeah, the wife knows everything the wife doesn't know. Honestly, this race happened in 2010. I listen to it multiple times a year. Sometimes if I'm down, I'll listen to it like 3 times in a week. It really is going to make you laugh, everything. There's a ton of calls. Courtney, if you want to pull up some really good things on YouTube, pull up Tom Durkin's calls, Durkin. He was the track announcer for Saratoga for a number of years. Excuse me. And he's phenomenal. We actually now have a stakes race named for him. No, for those of you who don't know, I have season tickets to Saratoga, and I spend about half my summer there. And I love it. They have something called the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund, which they have fundraisers every year, which, of course, we donate to. And then there's the backside workers, whatever you want to call it, the grooms, everyone that just is behind the scenes. That's a monthly donation. These guys work really hard, and they're excellent. And it's run by the New York Race Chaplaincy Association. Oh, Jen, you want me to? My nephew is getting married in this summer, and I am already handling that with. I'm waiting for numbers, but I will be working with the folks at Saratoga to get him what he wants. Get them what they want at the best price. And I've got some surprises in for him, for his wedding. He's marrying an absolutely beautiful girl, woman, and I'm just going to tell you that they look like models and walked out of the GQ. All right, Jessica. There truly is no height limit for jockeys, but they don't want to be. They want to try and stay under 115 pounds. So most of them are pretty short. The tallest jockey racing today is Johnny Velasquez. He's 5'6", and we call him the center of the jockeys. Johnny Velasquez is already in the Hall of Fame. He's a phenomenal jockey. He is the all-time money-winning jockey in North America. And he is the jockey for Straight No Chaser. So he'll be riding Straight No Chaser in Saudi and hopefully Dubai as well. Johnny Velasquez also rode my very good friend's dad's horse. And if anyone here really knows horses, my very good friend's dad's horse is Wise Dan. You can Google Wise Dan if you want. Wise Dan won approximately $7.5 million on the track, and he stopped racing in 2015. His last race was the Shadwell Turf Mile, which of course he won. So that's that. Horses, that's kind of my life. Sherry, how much does Johnny V weigh? I think he's about 116, maybe 118. The older the jockeys are, it's not as easy to keep the weight off. And for folks who don't know about the hell that jockeys go through, a lot of them eat and purge, which kind of results in bad teeth sometimes. But there's I think they're trying to get out of that, but we'll see. Hopefully it does. There are some horses get shipped from various locations, and they are shipped very comfortably, and most of them are shipped with their ponies, because you want to keep the ponies with them, especially when they're flying, because flying can be quite traumatic on a horse. There's some horses that don't ship well. There are other horses that ship very well. All right. You want to know about Johnny? Mm-hmm. Get over here, you damn paint. Okay. Fudge. Let me see if I can find some current pictures. Oh, Johnny. Okay. Okay. Here is this. Let me see if I can get a car. All right, it's not too bad. Johnny is the chairperson of the Disabled Jockeys Fund. He does so much for horse racing and the jockeys. So there's Johnny. Johnny's from Puerto Rico. And you can see how slender he is. And I'm going to tell you that they all work out like hell. Yep, that was a muddy race. Johnny's one of the nicest, kindest men you'll ever meet. He's really an absolute love. Such a great person. All right, Sherry. We're talking about 118 at 5'6", skinny guy. Yeah, you also have to remember that they are solid muscle. Yep. Yeah. All right. I used to ride. I haven't ridden in a while, but yeah, I actually did ride bareback at times. I was about 14, 15 years old. My mom's company had a party, at one of these places where they have horses or whatever, trail horses or whatever they are, just like little ones. Well, not little ones, but horses for like children or what, teenagers, what have you. And I was fearless. Some ways I still am. And the horses were in the corral. All right. They had halters on, no saddle, nothing. Oh no, actually they didn't have halters on. And so what does Susie do? Susie starts climbing the fence, sits on the edge of the fence, and her horse picks her, and I'm on the back of the horse. There's like 20 other horses in the corral, and that's it. I'm just riding like hell until my mother sees me. And she starts screaming, Suzanne, get your ass off the... And then my father starts yelling, Suzanne, you're driving your mother crazy. Get the hell off there. I love horses. Horses know good people. I lived on a horse farm for a number of years, and I used to get great hugs from horses, and I call them hugs because they take their long neck and they wrap it around yours, and they give you like a big hug, and they love peppermints, and they're awesome. They know good people. When I was at Saratoga this summer, I actually really had time to totally block out the entire world. And I was getting up at the ass crack of dawn and going to morning workouts. So I'd be at morning workouts at like 4:45 in the morning. Watch them run till about 8:30, go back to my hotel, get ready for the day, and do the whole thing with the dress and the heels and the fascinators and all that other stuff. Oh, Sherry, that's too funny. Yes. El Diablo. Sometimes horses are actually named like the opposite of what they are. You never know. But it's interesting. They're very interesting. Now, I have not met Bethany Frankel's father. I've met and spent time with Kenny McPeak, D. Wayne Lucas, Todd Pletcher. Todd Pletcher is absolutely awesome. Gives big hugs, great hugs. Let's see. There's a bunch of others just aren't coming to mind right now. Oh, Steve Asmussen. He is absolutely phenomenal. He's the all-time winning trainer in North America. I was there the day that he won that. Yeah. Well, his horse won. It was the number 7 horse. Oh, I wish the hell I could remember the horse's name. It was an allowance race, and Louis Saez was up on him. I just can't remember the name of the horse right now. But they had like the jumbotrons, everything. His kids were there. They are just phenomenal. Oh, and but by the way, when we're at the races, any of my racehorse horses, we do go into the winner's circle and get our picture taken. And there's usually like hundreds of us or quite a few of us. I've seen, yeah, I showed up for one of my horses' maiden races and he won. He wasn't expected to win. He ran gate to wire and I was out of my mind, absolutely ballistically happy. And Todd Pletcher trained him. And I chatted with Todd for a while. Because years ago, like Todd Pletcher and Johnny Velasquez were unbeatable. Oh, as far as jockeys, I know quite a few of them. I know Johnny. I know Joelle Rosario. Katie Davis. Katie Davis is just like the most, she's absolutely adorable. She has this big, huge smile and she's beautiful. She's married to another jockey. Her father is a trainer and her brother and sister also ride. So it was Friday at Saratoga. And they came in, they had the superfecta, which meant that they came in 1 through 4. Katie won, I believe. So it was Katie, Dylan, and Jackie Davis, and Trevor McCarthy, who's Katie's husband. All right, how did I get into horse racing and horse ownership? I am going to show you. Okay. And I'm actually going to pop the link in. It is something called My Racehorse. You can invest. And all right, number 1, you never, ever, 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 ever expect to make money on horses. All right. How do you take $50 million down to $25 million? You buy horses. Okay. That's really how it happens. You'll get the big winners sometimes that are great. Wise Dan, let's see, Dad decided to like stop with the syndicate and the group that he was with. And so he bought one broodmare, named her after his granddaughter, Lisa Danielle, and then bred her a couple of times, 4 or 5 times. First horse was Successful Dan. Unfortunately, Successful Dan could not stay healthy. He still won almost $1 million, but just had a real problem with health. Then he actually had a share already, a breeder's share in Wiseman's Ferry. And so he paid nothing for that. And that horse won nearly $7.6 million. That is a rarity, a big rarity. Sherry, horse racing has been a part of my life since I was 4 years old. I have books galore. I had posted a video. Of course, I screwed up and didn't put it landscape. I have shelves and shelves of books. I read every Walter Farley book, all the Black Stallions. My favorite horse of all time is Man of War. I fell in love with him. All right, Sherry, no, thoroughbreds have to be live cover. You can't use sperm. You can't use artificial insemination. You can do that with quarter horses. You cannot do it with thoroughbreds. That's that. It has to be live cover. And it has to be witnessed, which is even like they bring the horses together. The mare is kept somewhat hobbled. The stallion gets up, does his thing for a little bit, and that's it. Then you got the horse. Hopefully you get a good horse out of it. Some of your best horses have come from lines without a lot of name, without championships and all this other stuff. You've had horses with absolutely wonderful lines. Zenyatta, anyone who really follows horses. Zenyatta was a mare who was absolutely gorgeous. She was by Street Cry, who was predominantly a turf horse, but she was a dirt horse. And she won 19 out of 20 races. Her last race was the Breeders' Cup Classic. She was beat by Blaine. And don't laugh, I actually picked that for the exacta. Made some nice change out of it too. But none of her foals ever raced. Or well, they raced, but they didn't race anything decent. They were shit horse. They just couldn't race. But they are phenomenal jumpers. So I don't know where it came from, but they did. Yeah, Sherry, it truly is a gamble. It's a crapshoot. My horse, Straight No Chaser, is by Speightster, who's the son of Speightstown. Both Speightster and Speightstown died early. And I think it was Speightster. It was Speightster. Just kicked the wall of his stable and had a compound fracture of his leg, and unfortunately had to be put down. I mean, those are tragedies. It happens. There are foals that, they're just, in the field, whatever, in the paddock, and they step the wrong way, and that's that. No, it's all right. It's Speightster. Hold on, I'll type it for you. Okay. No, I'm sorry, no. All right. Speightstown, and then you've got all right, Speightstown's the dad. Speightster was his son. Both died prematurely. That was horrible. All right, Jess. Who's my favorite horse I've ever been involved with? Well, Wise Dan in some ways. But I didn't own it, obviously straight. Seize the Gray. I was talking to some of the higher ups. Was it yesterday or the day before? No, it wasn't the day before. Must have been yesterday. About Seize and some other things. And Seize Gray never, ever, ever got injured from the time he started racing. He started racing in July of 2023 and stopped November 2nd of 24. I think he raced. All right, now it's going to drive me nuts until I can remember. I want to say 15 races. Let me just double check. Where are you, baby? All right. He raced 14 times in that time period, which is quite a bit of racing because a lot of thoroughbreds now are only racing like 4, 5, 6 times a year. And that's like for the whole year. He's very sturdy. He's very reliable. And he has a wonderful temperament. He's really good to be around. I've met him a couple times. He's playful. He's sweet. Very low key, very chill. He's just like, whatever. When I went to Parks for the Pennsylvania Derby, and Parks is like not a Saratoga guy. It's like a really lower level race course, very much lower level. Like the rail is very, very close to the actual track. Maybe 6, 7 feet, maybe 8. And like the post, it's not like what you so when they're coming to the gate, they like actually walk right by where you are, and he's sitting there, or he's like not sitting there, but just walking along, and he's got the pony's reins, and he's grabbing the pony's reins. He's like and just playing around and just being a pain in the ass, and he's just having a lot of fun. You can see he was just prancing and goofing around and this, that, and the other. And his jockey is Jaime Torres. Jaime Torres started riding in August of 2022. And in his first Triple Crown race, he won it. And that was on C's with the Preakness. Jaime he's a really nice guy, very low key. Really brings out the best. They bring out the best in each other. So imagine like you've been a jockey for 2 years and shit, you're a multi-million-dollar winner. Big time. Yeah, Sherry. C's is a very sweet boy. He is so funny. Like I just laugh, and that's going to be a huge thing for breeding. We had initially planned. We sold 90% of his breeding rights for about 13.5 million. Yes, they sell pretty quick. C's the Gray is out of the last crop of Arrogate, and Arrogate was a very, very famous horse. I could show you his win in the Saudi Cup. No, I'm sorry, the Dubai Cup. Oh, talk about exciting. Maybe I'll cue that up for fun. But no, Sherry, good for him. No, good for us. Good for the owners. But I'm going to tell you, they tax the hell out of you. I mean, the taxes are unbelievable. I mean, you've got federal taxes, and the winnings for the horse are taxed by the individual jurisdictions. So it's the taxes add up. The initial payment taxes were roughly 57% of the initial payment. Sherry, jockey has a tremendous amount to do with respect to horses and the horse's performance. You can have real shitty jockeys, and then you have jockeys that can just get the best out of anybody. As a matter of fact, Snick, that's what we call straight no chaser, Snick. Snick was ridden by an excellent jockey, but they just didn't. And jockeys and horses meld differently, and just like people, right? So don't think that this jockey. Oh, actually, Johnny Velasquez can probably ride anything anyway, but people and horses, whatever. Straight no chaser. I'm not sorry. C's the Gray. performed best when Jaime was on him. Now, Sherry, Joel Rosario rode Straight No Chase. I'm sorry, Seized the Gray, and didn't win on him. And Joel Rosario is an excellent jockey. I think he's also a Hall of Fame jockey. And you know what? It's the magic between the two. No, it's just personalities, whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. Maybe, C's and Jaime literally grew up together. So it's pretty awesome. Oh, no. Joel Rosario was not snooty at all. You're not gonna. There are certain jockeys I don't care for. I'm not gonna name them. People know who they are. There are trainers I cannot stand. My racehorse could have like the best horse in the world, and if Bob Baffert is training him, fuck it, I'm passing. I do not like Bob Baffert. Most of his horses do not race after 3, and that's that. No, Sherry, no, it's not that. No, it's just Jaime and C's just melded together. Trust me, Joel Rosario is a phenomenal jockey. He's such a fantastic jockey. The Queen chose him to ride her horses when she had horses running in the States. Trust me, Joel is tremendous. So please, no, don't think that way. That's not what it is. Yeah, you can have like the best in the world, and it's magic or something. I just think that Jaime and C's they just have that spark. Oh, and the one thing about C's the Gray, I mean, now that he's retired and all that, his trainer is the oldest man to ever win a Triple Crown race. D. Wayne Lucas is now 89 years old. And call him Coach. He's absolutely wonderful. And thank you, Jessica. Some just don't, whatever. It's like, you can be the best, and this one can be the best. And I mean, Joel did do some good riding with him, and they put other jockeys on him, but you know what? He just liked Jaime the best. And Jaime was the least experienced. But they just had that magic. All right, now I want to show you C's dad. Sherry, I would drive you absolutely bonkers because I am probably a walking history book of horses and horse racing. So, and I'm not gonna lie, it's just me. Everybody has like a love and a passion. This is definitely mine. All right. Now I am going to go over here because I want you all to see. This was truly one of the most.
Walks up into the line, and the field continuing to load.
This was such an exciting race. Oh, and by the way,
the river goes in. Keen Ice.
We see them. They're racing in Saudi and Dubai, and
Arrogate.
There he is.
Gate number 9.
Number 9, Arrogate. Keen Ice
Neolithic about to walk along.
Definitely one of my favorite.
Gun Runner is still out.
Gun Runner.
So Neolithic and John Velasquez are loaded away. Gun Runner moves up into the gate. Opportunity 3rd.
I loved Opportunity. These are all.
Walks into the line. There's Move Up going in. Wardy will be the next. Hope to Hedge goes towards the outside.
Okay.
They look to be ready. Shane Ryan has the button. Gates fly. They're racing in the Dubai World Cup. Down to the judge the first time. Long River
to the lead. Gun Runner is second past the judge. Neolithic third. Mook to Hitch from the wide gate will slot in on the fence. He's fourth on the turn out of the straight. A length and a half for Wardee on the inside of Special Fighter. 2 lengths away, Apollo Kentucky. Furia Cressada deep move up in the middle. A length to Gold Dream, a length to Opportunity. 1.5 to Arrogate. 2 lengths to Keen Ice, and Lani is 3 lengths away at the tail of the field. Long River takes them down the back of the track. 1,200 metres left to run. The first quarter in 24.8, and Long River showed the way. Led by a half length. Gun Runner second. Neolithic 3/4 of a length away third, and he's 3 wide. Mook to Hitch is fourth. He's away from the fence. He's a length and a half off the pace. Gold Dream is deep. A Wardee goes up on the rail, then Special Fighter. Opportunity and move up. Apollo Kentucky. Arrogate's out wide now. He's being asked to improve, but he's still 8 lengths off the lead. Further back, Furia Cressada, Keen Ace, and Lani is a long last. Gunrunner has gone to the front. Like 550 metres left to run, and Gunrunner showed the way. Neolithic's half length away second. 1.5 lengths to move to Hedge, and here comes the big A. Arrogate on the outside. Gun Runner in front of Neolithic, but Arrogate swoops up on the outside. America's King Croesus of horse racing went to the front. 200 metres left to go. Arrogate has drawn away from Gun Runner. A is for Arrogate. A is for Absolute Superstar. A is for Anointing. Have we seen the anointing of the man of war of the 21st century? Arrogate, a brilliant winner of the Dry World Cup from Gun Runner and Neolithic, then Mook to Hitch.
And I'm going to tell you, I was crying. Dubai and Saudi, obviously they're quite far behind us, or ahead of us. So their races start there about 6:30, 7 o'clock our time. So I actually set the alarm to get up that early to watch the races and bet on the races. I like Dubai a great deal as far as money. Yeah, Sherry, number 9. I like 9, and one of my favorite tries is 459. It was the first time I ever won $1,000 or more on a trifecta. There's a story behind it, but oh yeah, I'm a gambling lady. As far as Seize the Gray, I think like my winner's share has probably been maybe 1,500, 2,000. What I've made betting on him is probably closer to 8,000. With that money, a lot of times I'll buy other horses, or I have this bad habit of giving it back to them. But it's okay. You know what? It's what I love. It's a passion. I've had friends that, will come up and they like to just sit there and watch the races with me, because I will tell them everything about the horse. And this started because of my great uncle. When I was young, Uncle Jack would quiz me on the main tail of horses, and that's what they called it back then. Now it's the pedigree. So I know the pedigrees. I know who's good with what, who's good with turf, who's good with dirt, who can run either one of them. Sprinters, long horses. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm kind of like a walking encyclopedia of thoroughbred racing. Except my Secretariat wasn't even racing. Riva Ridge wasn't even racing when I got into horses. So, but yeah, there's a few that are just like, I love it. I go to Saratoga and I come back looking about 5 or 10 years younger, feeling young, feeling wonderful, feeling energized. Well, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I have reserved clubhouse seats. I'm single. I kind of want to, be in I don't want to sit in the picnic area. I don't want that. And I want good seats. So I'm in the second row, kind of like between the 1/8, after the 1/8 pole. So it's very close to the end. Jessica, Saratoga is in Saratoga Springs, New York. It's bucolic. Like, you can bring whatever you want in there, as long as you don't bring glass. You cannot bring glass onto a racetrack ever. Obviously, horses can get hurt. People can get hurt. Some of these horses are really freaking expensive. So, but no, you just don't do it. It's not healthy. It's very dangerous. So like, I have my little soft-sided cooler, and I put, I'll throw some adult drinks in there, and then I'll throw my caramel water and usually 1 Celsius water and all that stuff, and a bunch of ice. Boom. And I just go, I put it underneath my seat, and then I just go walking around. No one touches anything. No one touches anything. And it's wonderful. I mean, obviously I bring my purse with me, but I've bought my fascinators there. I've bought pictures. Oh my God, I've gotten some beautiful, beautiful artwork there. And I just leave it there, and no one touches it. I'm with the same, we're on a very good section. So like, we have like the core of us, probably like 25, 30 of us on this like little section of rows. And like, we're there every year, but corporations buy, or like Ticketmaster or whatever, buy the seats around us. And that's when we get what I call the pretty people. They're there to see and be seen, and they don't know jack shit about horses. And they're annoying as hell. No, Sherry, no. That's Saratoga in general. Like, people just don't screw with you shit. Even in the picnic areas, like, people go and set they'll put their tablecloth on the picnic table. They'll put their coolers there and everything else in the picnic grounds. No one touches anything. That's Saratoga. People are honest. People don't touch other people's stuff. That's it. It is a place where bad shit doesn't happen. And that's that. It's peaceful. It's wonderful. The jockeys are great with the kids, because all the kids just love the jockeys. Yes, it's trusting people. It's good people. People have dropped their wallets, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, you dropped this." They've had the same people working. I came back home in 2000, late 2009. Started going to Saratoga in 2010. Same people working there. They have attendants in the restrooms. Same people. Know them all the time. Well, that's it. Tip them $1 every time, or like, if we don't have any ones, I always joked around. It's like, I would have to go to Saratoga, and I have to have like a stack of ones for the summer. I would always say, "Oh God, I feel like I'm going to the strip club again." But it's the same people. You get like big hugs. They know you. You know them. You'll bring things for that. Like, in the clubhouse, like, there's this one little tiny woman, Maria, who's the bathroom attendant, restroom attendant, by my section. And like, they always have, it's kind of like the bars back in the day, where they would have like mints and hairspray and lotion and all this other stuff. And I'll bring her some mints. I'll bring her a little bag of stuff. So she's not spending her own money on it, because they do spend their own money on it. And they get to know you. Yeah. Oh, I get a hug from her every year. Yeah. Oh, she's my buddy. I'm her buddy. She's funny. She goes, go over it. Go. There's like a huge row of stalls. I want to say it's like 25 or 26. Or sorry, 24 or 26. And she's like, no, that one's best. Go this one. I just cleaned this one. You go here. It is like a family gathering. It is a family. And they have ushers, I guess that's the best way of calling them, for each section. And clubhouse seats you have to pay for. It's not like you can just go and sit down for general admission. And I know them. Don't laugh. I text them. We share pictures. We have fun. We've got pictures together. We do, and we take care of each other. They're phenomenal. They are absolutely phenomenal. Just the best people in the world. They really are. You have married couples that are working there, and they're elderly. You've got predominantly elderly and college students working there. Yeah, Sherry, she spoils me because I spoil her. Yeah. You're good to people, and you're a good person. People take care of you. And you take care of them too. It's important. You want to call it karma, call it the golden rule, call it whatever you want. Just be a good person. Be good to people. I don't know how many people. I don't think there are a lot of people in here that have known me for a very long time, but when I'm a bitch to somebody, there's a damn good reason for it. Trust me, there's a damn good reason for it. And I'm mean as a fucking snake when I want to be. I am vicious. And I'm a cobra. Because you don't see what's coming. I make sure you don't see what's coming, and I never show out all my cards. But yeah. Trust me. Trust me, there's a lot going on that people don't know about yet. But some people are going to have some surprises. Oh, speaking of surprises, one thing I did want to mention is Kate Peter. Kate Peter has a hearing in Leominster on January 3rd. If that hearing could void her quaff probation with West Roxbury, and she could possibly go straight to jail. Not that I'd be bitching about that, rest assured. So that's that. I bend over backwards for people, help people, be good to people. If you're like a parasitic bitch or just plain fucking evil incarnate, yeah, that's it. You're mine. Sherry, Kate Peter's done more than enough to lock her up. Kate Peter has been working with the Norfolk County District Attorney, Michael Morrissey, and Brian Tully, who is, I call him Penis Head. Just my way. That's what he looks like to me. It's just like a nasty looking penis. But he's evil as well. It used to be Detective Lieutenant Tully, but now it's just Trooper Tully. He has been taken out of the Norfolk County DA's office and is now with, I call it a window seat, which means he probably doesn't do anything, just collects a salary. But they need him around for a little bit longer. That's that. Oh, have I been directly affected by Kate Peter? Yes. Matter of fact, Kate Peter had an attorney by the name of Jason Knight who was representing her at BMC. when she took the quaff. Let's see, October 26th, 2023. And it's in case, it's a violation of an HPO that Lauren Murray had on her. Oh, Kate Peter has posted things about me. Let's see, I'm a drunk, and she puts it on her YouTube lives and all this other stuff, or her community page. I'm a drunk, I'm an alcoholic, I'm vicious, I'm this, that, and the other. And the latest has been child molester. That's just recent, but Kate's whole thing with the drunk, alcoholic, violent. Let's see, multiple multiple restraining orders. Right? Yeah, she's come up with some of the wildest ass fucking shit. Right? Well, her attorney was Jason Knight. Jason Knight goes back with people very close to me, a couple decades. I just did screenshots of what she said about me, faxed them to him, and guess what? He fired her. He doesn't represent her anymore, and he never will. Don't fuck around with somebody. Yeah. I'm considering a lawsuit against her, but there's not much. I mean, she's judgment proof. She's got no freaking money. And will a civil court, prohibit her from doing things? I don't know. Sure, I've dealt with a lot in my life. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I was nearly killed. That was on that happened December 2nd, 2012. It resulted in a brain aneurysm, and I had the aneurysm coiled in October 2014. And it also caused significant damage to my cervical region. And the cervical region is here, okay? It's not down by the hooey, folks. And if you look very closely, it's probably kind of hard to see. My surgeon was phenomenal. I had discectomy infusion from C4 to C7 on May 10th, 2022. And that was all caused by that one attack. My nose was broken. I couldn't wear my glasses. I actually do like wearing glasses. I wear contacts now. I couldn't wear my glasses for a month. It hurt so bad. It took almost 4 weeks before the black eyes went down. I have zero memory of anything. I was knocked unconscious. What we've been able to piece together by what happened is, by the way, I had been dating this man and been with this man for over 3 years. He was a big guy, large guy. Used to call him the gentle giant. What's been able to be pieced together is he apparently just hauled off and hit me. The minute we walked through the door, he was probably driving drunk again, because I would always bitch at him for driving. He used my name so many freaking times to get a DUI, and I got really pissed, especially because one of them was in the damn driveway. I was really freaking pissed. I don't like someone using my name and my family name for stuff like that. But there was blood along the door jamb as you walk in the house. I went to call 911, and I always have a landline. I actually grabbed the landline and called 911. There are blood prints all over the phone instead of my cell phone. And that's how the police got there quickly. And they say it was at least 2 blows, possibly 3. I had an egg right here. It was huge. It took, you can't feel it anymore, but it was huge. Couldn't sleep on that side of my head for years. And I landed, I don't know exactly how I landed, but the oven and the refrigerator were there, and the handles for the oven, handle for the refrigerator. If I had hit any of them, I wouldn't be alive today. I was found in a pool of my own blood. I don't remember much of it. I don't remember any of it. I never will remember any of it. We figured that out. I don't care. I think it's best if I don't know. And that's and spent the rest of the weekend in Ash Street. And anyone who knows Bristol County knows Ash Street is not a place you want to spend time. So his mother and his mother's boyfriend came and picked up a bunch of his stuff. I think that Monday. I had my mom and dad there. And his mother actually had the balls to look at me and say, "My son spent the weekend in jail." My father was holding my mother back because I think my mother was about ready to tear her to bits. My dad passed in July of 2023. And mom's quite a fire, but my mom, God, when she gets going, when she gets pissed, holy shit, just don't get in her way. But all right, we're really going like down a bunch of trails. So yeah, I've been through a lot, but I have had amazing, amazing friends. I have a family that is beyond supportive. They're extremely wonderful. I don't think I could have survived all of it without them. Without being raised the way I was. Very strong, very independent. Very much daredevil. But yeah, me just being me. But no, I don't think you can get that way unless you have like a really, really good base and foundation. Yes, Miss Jessica, we have a number of trolls on Twitter who are imitating me. There's a Glamour Booze. There's a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go around. I gotta go out and handle it, but it's just it's insane. I mean, these people are just total fucking assholes, and I'm just leaving it at that. Yeah, just my dad was phenomenal. He was just, I know. You say that about a lot of the people. I want to see if I can find something. My father was a master woodworker, just absolutely phenomenal. And I really want to find these pictures. I want to show you what he did. My father has built amazing, phenomenal, like fully detailed model ships. What the fudge is going on? All right, I'm just gonna have to find another time, I think. Do we have? My father made a replica of the Constitution. All right. Sure. Don't fucking piss me off because I know how to use a whip really fucking well. All right. If I can handle a 1,200-pound horse, rest assured, I can handle your ass too. I can't find it. I'll find them at some point. I'll see them. But my father makes model ships. Well, makes. He's still with me in his own way. My father did one of the USS Constitution. I took pictures of it, posted it on Twitter at one point, and I had people from Battleship Cove who reached out to me and asked if we would consider allowing them to borrow it as an exhibit at Battleship Cove. And we said no. I'll post a picture of it. But yeah, it is 10:30, a hell of a lot later, and I know we started really late. I've got to figure out StreamYard. Jess, you and I are going to end up working on this. That's fine. Sherry, I'm an open book. I have no secrets. Yeah, I'm not an angel. I've screwed up in my life. I've made mistakes. Whatever. It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. And trust me, that son of a bitch tried killing me. So if anybody if let me know suggestions of anything you might want to do live streams on. Happy to talk about horses and horse racing. One of my big things that I study and I absolutely adore is Tudor history. I'm a huge British history buff. My last name is Arundel, and it was Arundel, Arundel, in the UK. And Arundel Castle is the oldest example of Norman architecture. It's in Sussex County, so it's pretty cool. I got the text, and just the problem was that I didn't put them in the description early enough, and either StreamYard or YouTube wants 24 or 48 hours and yada yada yada. I didn't have it done in time. I screw it. I said I'm gonna run through some tests, and we're gonna have to test the StreamYard feeding into YouTube. It should have worked, and I don't know why it didn't, and it was extraordinarily frustrating to me. And I will just put it this way, I was really freaking pissed off. Let's see. Any messages? Oh yeah. Oh God. Christy tried getting on, and I'm gonna tell her. Yeah, we had issues. All right. Here were issues. Yeah. Yeah, we know. So that's it. Yeah. Sherry, my family, trace it all the way back, is Duke of Norfolk. So his dad says, I'm a duchess, and I said, well, Daddy, I want our castle back. He goes, you have the mouth for it, just go get it. I was 13 years old. I've always been a little feisty. Let's put it that way. Yeah, Sherry. England is beautiful. Ireland is, I have family in England, Ireland, Poland. What's left of my family in Poland. My great-grandfather landed in the States in May of 1914. Hey, Bubba, if you want to show up here, just remember one thing. New Hampshire is a full 2A state. I have 2 safes because you always keep ammunition separate from the guns. You got it? Don't ever fuck with me again. All right, Bubba. Suzanne's bitch. Don't threaten me. Don't threaten mine. All will be well. You want to come at me? That's it. Your ass is mine. You want to keep publishing stuff? I will find out who you are. I really will. That's it. Oh, and by the way, guys, I know we've been on live for 2 hours, and oh my God, I'm just so drunk. I love joking around. Oh, what was it? What's the blonde's mating call? Oh my God, I'm so drunk again. We used to have a lot of fun with politically incorrect jokes when life was happier, more wonderful, more pleasant. I have my family, members of my family are Jewish as well. And my goddaughters used to say, What does a Jewish woman think of with sex? Peach. I think I'll paint the ceiling peach. We just did like, that's back in the day when everyone made fun of everything and everyone had fun. Everyone made fun of themselves. There was no politically correct bullshit, and people weren't intentionally hurtful towards each other. It wasn't a perfect world, but it was a damn good world, and people took care of each other. Yep. Yeah, I know it's the third night of Hanukkah. There was 1987 Hanukkah was Christmas Eve. And then, of course, you had Christmas Day. My birthday, the 27th. All three of my godchildren were born December 29th, which was also their parents' wedding anniversary. Oh, all natural births, by the way. And New Year's Eve. It was one hell of a week. Oh, please don't tell me that you're not like oblivious Benson, right? Oh, there's one thing I wanted to do, and this was entirely my screw up. I want the person who really pushed and shared my channel is Miss Shorty in Australia. I am very, very grateful to her for all that she did. I had like very few subscribers. I had like 45 or 50 subscribers. And within, I'm going to say 25, 30 minutes, I was over 100. I don't want to hear nasty stuff about other creators. I won't tolerate it. And I'll tell you exactly what I think of you if you decide you want to be nasty. No one's perfect. People make mistakes. It doesn't make them bad people. Okay? Now, the people I can't stand, and yeah, if a house fell on them, yeah, let's say we got Plevin, we got Krusty, the fake victim, whatever. She's not really a creator, but those two people I just can't stand. Plevin's an idiot, he's an asshole, and he doesn't understand physics. Oh gosh, yes. Nasty boys. Yeah, I'm still old school. I have a ton of CDs. My favorite artist is actually Prince. I was in high school, college when Purple Rain came out, and just loved it. And I actually ended up naming one of my dogs Nikki. It didn't have anything to do with Purple Rain. It had a lot to do. I've had Cocker Spaniels my entire life. I used to breed, train, and show them. So I'm a dog person. I'm a horse person. I love animals. They're a lot more. They're a lot better than humans. I'm going to be honest with you. All right, so yeah, I'm an animal person. I'm also a human. I'm also good with humans. It sounded weird. The older I've gotten, the shyer I've gotten. I sit and watch a lot. I mean, I've always watched people, but yeah. Normally I'm very shy. So this was a huge leap for me to do this. I said I got to figure out Streamyard and get that working, but I enjoyed it. I hope everyone else enjoyed it. I said I babbled a lot. I got to get StreamYard up and running. Jess, you got to help me. Because I'd like to take people calling in, dropping the link. So I can drop the link. People can come in. I actually upgraded to the StreamYard where I have a green room and everything else. Of course, the damn thing wouldn't work. But yeah, I want to do this stuff, and this is for all of us. It's for each and every one of us. Yeah. What do you want? Tell me what you want. I can keep you up to date on cases. I can keep you up to date on that. I can give you my opinion of things. Now, I've been in the legal profession since 1987. So yeah, I'm old as fucking dirt. I'm glad to have you too, Miss Jessica. I will be heading out to Chicagoland at some point. We'll talk about that when I end up there, but yes, I will let you know, and yes, we will spend time together. But I'll be out in Kendall County, so we can talk. Can we talk? Yes, we can. So, all right, everyone, I want you to have a great night. Thanks for everything. It means a lot to me. Thanks for the support. I hope everyone had a good time. And yes, we can have a show, Jen, where like we show all the fascinators, and you know, I could even do like, you know, costume changes with the dresses and the fascinators and all this other stuff. You would just die laughing. We can do whatever. I can go through horse racing if you want. Like I said, I can go through Tudor history. I can go through any of the cases you'd like to go through. Oh, one thing I did want to say about the Karen Reed case, and I don't have any actual confirmation of this, any official confirmation of this, but I do have a very strong feeling that the feds will be doing another TUI disclosure. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. What's that? Oh, enjoy my back blowout. I'm not quite sure about that one, but all right. All right, I'll talk to everyone later. So we don't have a lot of people in here. I just hope everyone had a great time, and I'm gonna get this damn live stream and Streamyard fixed. Love to all. Have a great weekend, and I probably won't be around a lot this weekend. I think I'm gonna go and see my mom. Yes, like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Thanks, Gregor. I said I'm actually very shy, so this was a lot. Thank you to everybody. And I'm quite sure trolls have like snipped stuff and done this, that, and screw them. Send me suggestions. One thing I do want to do is I will go live early in the frickin' morning for the Saudi Cup, or, you know, Saudi races, and for Dubai, if Straight No Chasers in it. So y'all get to watch me scream, yell, and holler like a banshee. Night all. Take care.